Good day, everybody. I hope you all are well and having a lekker holiday. All right. I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible. And I'm not going to go too much into detail. I just want you guys to have a look at yourself. It's the first time that you are actually having a look at how you play and how we as a team cooperate and run as at the moment. All right. Okay. So first things first, I'm very, very glad that we have a lot of time to prepare for the league because I still believe that we can make some big, dangerous damage in the league. All right. So we just need your buy-in and we're going to form that brotherhood. All right. Let's quickly have a look at the first try. I'm just going to go through the first try and I'm not going to, if I call you on the name, it's not because I'm picking on you. It's because it's actually, when you find yourself in that situation, then the next time you would know that what to do. All right. So I'm going I know we didn't do any defense. We didn't have time to practice our defense structure. Okay. We only had the day before and it is not enough to play a team like Klipfontein or whatsoever. All right. But we're only going to control what we can control. Okay, and we can control the following. Okay, I'm going to play the video just in slow motion. Right, that we can go through it. Sorry, just to go to there in slow motion. That we can talk about a few things, and that I can show you a few things. All right. So first things first. Great. Okay. When we are in our 22, all right, from the try line, okay, from the try line until the 22. This is a red area, okay. So I know me and Sir Conrad said that if we win a line out, we don't want to start them all because we want those backline players to stay back so that our backline players can attack there. Right. But in this zone, from the try line to the 22, I want us to maul. Because that, if we maul, then we pull in the defense closer to the offside line, right? And we can play the birdie, right? Backline players and forwards and backs. The birdie is if we kick the ball downfield, right? And we kick not to kick the ball away and give the other team possession, all right? We kick to receive, all right? That is one of our principles, is we kick for a reason, for us to regain possession. So the birdie is very simple. If we win the ball, then the backline players know that they are going to chase and we're going to hunt down the fullback or the wing that gets the ball at the back, and we are enough players there around him to turn over the ball in any way possible. Okay, so let's quickly have a look at this. Right, firstly, it was good line out throw, nice eye, Nene, well done. We're gonna steal a lot of balls and win a lot of balls. That's a good throw. Can throw a little bit higher, but that's good. Okay, guys, at the guys that's at the back, we know we are going to maul. So we, by the time the ball is thrown in, you must already move to set at the maul. Okay. So Tlana, we must be, I think it's you and Musa or Junior, to get there as quick as possible. All right. Then we form the maul. Now, I want the guys, especially the guys at the side, I want you guys to hold on to the jersey of the opponent that is in front of you. Okay, I want you to hold his jersey. Why? Because he is part of the maul. Alright? And if we can keep him inside of the maul, he won't be able to chase down our kicker or to chase down the ball. Alright, so we will still give more detail about all this, the other tricks that we are going to use. Okay. So the other thing that I want to say before I continue is the wing. The wing on this side. Alright? Or if it's on this side or at the other side. I always want the wing to get into the back line. Okay? Because you are also going to help our backline players to chase. Alright. So we want you, Unati, to stand at the other side in the back line. So, and for any wing that's going to play, right, you must get into the back line, so that we can chase down, hunt down the guy and get the turnover or the penalty and go score. Okay. So now we stand still, okay, or we don't get them more on because we did say you guys mustn't, but we forgot to tell you that you must maul in the in our 22. So that we only told you like 5 minutes before the game. So don't have to worry about that too much. All the smaller details is, we will still manage to get over to you. And I want to ask you guys another thing. While I'm busy with the video, can I ask you to get a book or a notebook to make some notes? Make notes about where you might play. Okay, what would your job be? And all the things that I'm going to say now that we did right, that we did wrong, and so that you can remember that as well. I am still going to give each and every one of you a A5 book, so that we can make notes when we have video sessions in the future. Okay, so that is regarding the wing. Okay, let's continue. Okay, backline. We know we're going to do the birdie. Okay, everybody, if we know the birdie, we kick the ball downfield and we all chase, but in a line, and we must link up. Look what happens now. Okay, what happens now? First of all, okay, we didn't get them to get closer. Okay, that was the first mistake. Okay, but we still were in it, although that was one of the mistakes. Okay, now let's go on. Let's have a look if we have a defensive line in our back line that is quite in a line. Okay, because we don't want one guy to be in front of the other guy 4 meters and the one back. All right, we want to be in a defensive line. Okay, let's continue. Right. Okay. So Tlana, look at so all the guys that's at the side of the mall, have a look. Now now we are not holding them in. Okay. So now now he is able he will be able to go and put pressure on the kicker and chase him, for the chase, for the charge down. Okay, so look what happens. Right. Okay, so look at that. He can go. We kick. All right, backs. Have a look. Andrew, great stuff. That's full speed. That's what we want. Right, I just want to take away that arrow. Okay. Backs. Where are you guys? All right. He is making a mistake there. Andrew is here. All right. Siabonga, you here. Atu, you here. Toriso, you here. We have to. Even if we are just here together with each other. Even if we are not as far forward, but if we can get here and we are in a linked defense position, then it will work. Okay, but what happens here, it didn't work because we didn't form a defensive line. So we imagine we did, and then it would have worked. Okay, unfortunately, the guy gets away from Andrew. Okay, now he becomes Toriso's man. Now Toriso, the guy is getting speed now already, because we are giving him enough time to get speed, because we are not close enough to him. Alright. And that's for all the wings and all the centers. What happens now? We can't do that. He gets around Toriso. Okay. I want you to have a look at yourself and every one of the team. Okay. Look at how we run to the rock and we just migrate to the rock like sheeps. Okay, that's what we always say. You migrate to the rock like sheep. Okay, because sheep follows each other. All right. So have a look. Okay. Luckily the tackle gets made there. Okay. And look at that spacing. There is no spacing. Okay. First of all, we are not in a defensive line. There's no spacing. See how you are still running back. We have to get into position. Our RTA must be as quick as possible. Okay. Look at that. Okay. So if I have to circle it around, I can put the whole team except 3 guys. Right? So that is 12. That is 12 players of us in a radius of 8 meters. Okay. Of the whole field. Right. We can't let that happen. We have to get our spacing right. We have to get our communication right. We have to push each other out that the spacing is correct. Right. Let's continue to the next rock. Let's see how we run a ship to the next rock. Okay. Just want to take away the circle. Right. Okay. There's only one guy going up for the tackle. We're not going up. Luckily, this was a great tackle there. I think it was Divine. Well done. And then a great aggressive tackle here as well from Nene. But look at ourselves again here. We are all running here at the back. We all wanna do cross defense to tackle the guy out at the touch line. No, guys, we need to get into our defense structure and in our line. Okay. Just have a look at yourself. I'm going to take away the circles. Have a look at yourself, and you will see what I mean. Okay. Then, great tackle. Then, Nene. Now, so our principle is that one or two tacklers, all right, they tackle the guy, and the third guy, he goes for the ball, okay, and the rest fall out to defend. Okay, so what happens here, Marco? You could have, would have. It doesn't have. I can say that because it would have happened, but it is the only way that we are going to learn is if we have a look at ourselves and have a recap of the game and everything. All right, let's quickly have a look. Okay, look, Marco, how close you were to steal that ball. Look at that. All right, look at that. There, you could take the ball because the ball haven't formed yet. This guy was what it's there's no not the mall. The rock's not formed yet. You can go for that ball. All right. Still okay. Now the rock forms. Okay, but it's good. You do try to counter rock and you try to bother them. So that's great, Marco. Now the rest of the team. We are already a few seconds later, and we are still standing like each one in his own direction. Okay. It is not going to work if we don't fall into a offensive line. And that's already a few seconds later. Okay. Then another thing, tighties. JJ, I want our tighties to, from a scrum, from a line out, if it's at the side, anywhere, you guys must always be in defense and in attack. You are going to be in the middle of the field. All right, you're going to be between the 15 this side and the 15 on the other side. So you guys will never be on the wing. All right, have a look at yourself also. Okay, let's continue. Okay, nobody's helping Marco. JJ, you could have smashed that guy. Okay, to counter rock. But it's fine. We know that now, and we will do that next time. All right, I think it's Divine. Great hit here. All right, we're on the front football. Okay, but look how there's no urgency. We don't have any urgency. Okay, I know it's played not in really full speed, but there's no urgency. That looks a lot better. Okay, we are slowly but surely getting into a line, but still it's not even 50%. Okay, so spacing vital, get into the line, and JJ, remember, tighties, all the tighties, we have to move to the middle of the field, that the quicker guys can stand at the edge. Wings, always. When you did something, you tackled or everything, you move out to the edge. All right, to the closest edge where you are. All right, Minati, I think it's you here, standing here. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, let's see what happens. Right, look at us. Like everybody's going to the rock. Why is everybody? Can you guys see everybody is again in a rock here? Nice. That's not gonna work, guys. All right. I just want you guys to get the picture that you can see it. All right. Let's Continue. Right. Okay. And because of all the mistakes, unfortunately, that we made, all right, all of it, all of us, the wings not falling, um, uh, not returning to the edges, the backs not chasing in a line and hard, our defense lines, our spacing, our migration to the rock, our tighties not going to the middle. There's so many mistakes in this clip, but I don't want you guys to get negative about it. Because if there wasn't something to work and get better, then I would have been worried. Okay? But I'm not worried because all of this is fixable. Okay? All of this is fixable because we have the ability to fix all of this. Okay, let's continue. Okay, look at how we stand. Okay, I don't even have to make a circle around it. All right, and unfortunately, they exposed that I think he was the center. He very cleverly exposed us. He saw that we have a tighty at the edge, and all he did, he picked up the ball and he ran around him. That's as easy as that. Okay. And then there he goes to score. Okay. So, regardless of all the mistakes that we did, I don't want you to get discouraged. This is just to show you a bit on what we're going to fix, how it looks like, that you can also see it visually. Alright guys, I hope you are having a lekker holiday. I'm going to, I will send next week, I will send a video of the second try that, then we can go through the second try that we conceded, and we will have a look at that. Alright, much love from my side, and you must have a lucky holiday, and we're gonna get there. We're gonna make waves in the Laeveld. Alright guys, much love. Cheers.